what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next? I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 84,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe and join the fam! And also, guys, go follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And as you guys know, I recently started a Facebook account, so you can add me on Facebook, and we can be Facebook friends, so go do that. Link is in the description. And finally, be sure to turn on the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you! But once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we are talking about another scary story. And this scary story is called Seven. So, the story of Seven is a scary story about a group of teenagers, as always, who explore an abandoned school that is rumored to be haunted. Typical horror story right here. But it works for me, so enough of the jibber jabber. Let's get right over to the story. Seven. The following story was told to me by a Japanese friend of mine who said that she had read it in a newspaper. I haven't actually seen the newspaper, so I don't know whether it actually happened or not. Please read the account and decide for yourself. There was a group of teenage friends, 4 boys and 4 girls, who went to the same high school. One night, they were having a small party in the house of one of the boys. It was after midnight, and the talk soon turned to scary stories. The friends wanted to test their courage by going to a haunted location. They thought it would be fun to scare themselves by exploring a creepy place in the dark. For years, they had heard stories about an old abandoned school that lay on the outskirts of town. Everyone said it was haunted. None of the teenagers actually believed in ghosts, but they wanted to scare themselves, and it seemed like the old abandoned school was the easiest place to explore. One of the girls had a car, so they drove out to the old school and parked outside the grounds. The 8 friends decided that they would explore the school in pairs. The plan was for each pair to walk around the school anti-clockwise, and it would take them about 10 minutes to circumnavigate the school. The first pair would start off. When they returned, they would tell the others what they had seen. Then, it would be the turn of the second pair to walk around the school. The first pair, a boy and a girl, set off as the remaining 6 teenagers waited by the car. After a while, they began to grow impatient. It had been more than 20 minutes, and their friends had still not returned. After 30 minutes had passed since the first pair left, the others got tired of waiting. The next boy and girl decided to walk around the school and look for their friends. The others waited and waited, but the second pair failed to come back. The remaining teenagers couldn't understand what was happening. They began to wonder if their friends were playing a joke on them. It had been almost an hour since the first pair had left. The third boy and girl pair nervously set off to try and find their missing friends. They never returned. The boy and girl who remained behind were very nervous. The girl began to cry, and the boy tried to comfort her. Eventually, the boy said, "I'm gonna go and look for the others. If I don't come back after 30 minutes, go straight to the police." After he left, the girl stood alone in the cold and the dark, weeping silently. She waited for an hour, but nobody came back. She got into the car, turned the keys in the ignition, and drove to the nearest police station. 4 police officers accompanied the girl back to the school, and as dawn began to break, they launched a search for the 7 missing teenagers. At first, they couldn't find any sign of them on the school grounds, but then they discovered that the side of the door on the old disused school gym was standing open. The police went inside, but it was empty. There was an eerie silence in the air. It was when they looked inside the toilet in the gym that they finally found the missing 7. They were all hanging by their necks from the ceiling. The police questioned the surviving girl, and she swore that she had been telling the truth. The 7 teenagers had only gone to the abandoned school to test their courage. They had no reason to commit suicide. However, after spending many weeks trying to solve the mystery, the police finally closed the case, saying they could not find any evidence that the teenagers had been murdered. In the end, the incident was explained away as a case of mass hysteria. The police claimed that the 7 teenagers must have been involved in some sort of suicide pact. To this day, nobody in that town will dare to venture out to the old abandoned school after nightfall.
And that is the end of that. So this is a pretty weird story. Either the kids had this plan, like it said at the end of the story. They must have been involved in some kind of suicide pact, which is kind of weird, the fact that they didn't involve this 8th girl. But maybe that was the case. Maybe this was all a plan. Maybe it was they were trying to start something like that. I don't know. But I mean, I find it kind of hard to believe that 7 of 8 friends all want to commit suicide. Like, I don't think their lives are all that bad to make them want to all do this together. I don't know. But it seems to me more like something bad happened, like something attacked them. They didn't hang themselves, but something hanged them. Like they were possessed, or something did it to them, like kind of like a poltergeist. Like it lifted them up and probably did it that way. Or it probably possessed them, because I'm imagining that the girl would have heard all the screaming if they were being picked up and stuff like that. So the fact that they didn't scream, none of them, even the second pair and the third pair that went out there to see, and they realized that they must have seen them, unless they didn't see that. I don't know where I'm going with this, but to me it sounds like some kind of poltergeist, demonic possession kind of activity. I would say it was more of that than suicide. But my question to all of you for question of the day is, what do you think happened in this situation? Do you think that the kids had this pact together and they were like, you know what, let's take this 8th girl, even though we're not going to involve her in the pact, maybe we should all just kill ourselves and like freak out the whole town? Or do you believe, like I do, that it was some kind of demonic possession, something possessed them to do this? Like they didn't choose to do this, they were hanged, they were killed by something, they didn't kill themselves. Let me know what you guys think. That is question of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please slap a like on it. Let's see if we can go for 25 billion likes on this video. I would really appreciate that. And if you guys didn't see my previous video, which was also about a haunted house and a group of friends, except this time a girl went into the house with her friends, and her friends were like, you know what, this is scary, and she was all like, no it's not, the ghosts aren't real, stuff like that. So she decides to stay overnight in this house while her friends wait outside, and obviously the next morning they discover something pretty gruesome. But if you guys are interested in that story, click on the outro when it comes on right about here and you can watch that video, or if you just want to watch another random video, click this side and it will do that too. But remember, the most important thing of all, guys, chase your dreams. I love you all, don't let anybody bring you down, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another video. Peace out.